All right, everybody, welcome back to another top buy, top sell video here in the Edge Finder. We're going to be taking a look at, of course, our top buy and our top sell currently listed in the Edge Finder. But before we get to that, there's a couple other things I want to take a look at first. And first and foremost, that's the Smart Money Tracker. The Smart Money Tracker shows a COT report data, or institutional trader data. This is basically what like the hedge fund guys are going long and short on, what the big money players and the people who are getting paid to trade, what they are going long and short on. This is a really cool metric that we track here in the Edge Finder, and something that brings a lot of value to finding better trading opportunities. So we can take a look over here on the right side and see our most bullish assets. The euro, actually our most bullish asset from the institutional traders, currently 76.5% long and 23.5% short there. The Swiss franc, on the other hand, is our most bearish asset or currency, currently 72.13% short and 27.87% long from the institutional traders. So heavily shorted here on the Swiss franc. If we want to take a look at, say, like the dollar, currently the dollar favored on the long side, 66.63% long here and 33.37% short there on the US dollar. We can also look at it like this. The same information here, except we can see the total number of long contracts open compared to the total number of short contracts open, the latest change long and short from our last data release, and of course the percentage long and short, with our most bullish asset up here towards the top, the euro, and our most bearish asset down there at the bottom, the Swiss franc. Now, of course, that's not the only long and short sentiment that we track. We also do that with retail sentiment here. We can see what day traders are going long and short on.
Are you trying to find a broker or feel like you need a better one? In the description below, you'll find the link to fill out our broker match form. After answering a few easy questions, our team will reach back out to you with a personalized broker recommendation. Try it for free in the description below.
And when we open this up, we're taking a look at our major currency pairs first. These are our US dollar pairs. The USD CHF cross, currently our most long asset from the retail traders, 91% long, 9% short here, and USD CAD, our most heavily shorted asset or major currency pair from the retail traders, 92% short and 8% long. But we can also take a look at minor currency pairs as well. Let's look at minor currency pairs only, and there we go. Here's our list of all of our minor currency pairs, with Aussie CHF being the most long asset here, 99% long, just 1% short from retail traders on Aussie CHF. Euro AUD, on the other hand, 91% short and 9% long there from the day traders. So let's go back into the watch list. We'll remove these neutral biases, and we are left with just our buy and sell biases. A couple strong buys, a couple strong sells as well. A nice list of buys and sells too. Let's remove any indices or commodities that we might have. Looks like just indices at the moment. And there we go. So this is a list of all of the buy or sell biases that we currently have in the Edge Finder for our currency pairs. So 3 strong buys, USD CAD, CHF JPY, and USD ZAR, and 4 strong sells, AUD USD, AUD NZD, GBP USD, and Euro USD. So it looks like we have one clear favorite on the buy side. That's USD CAD with a score of +8. That's our strongest buy score. And on the sell side, we have 2 that are tied with a score of -10, Aussie NZD and Aussie USD. So I think I'm going to go with Aussie USD for the simple fact, earlier in the week on Thursday, if you go to Thursday's news video, AUD NZD was still a strong sell by a score of -10. So all of that information will still be relevant. I know that we haven't had any major news or anything regarding either of those two currencies happen between Thursday and today. So all of that data, all of that information will still be the same, still be up to date, still a strong sell by a score of -10. So if you want a complete breakdown of Aussie NZD, go check out Thursday's news video and you can see a complete breakdown of that currency pair, but we're going to look at USD CAD and AUD USD. And I think we're going to take a look at USD CAD first. And while we're doing that, I also want to mention to you that we have 3 different versions of the Edge Finder now available. We have our completely free version of the Edge Finder. You can download it, get access to it right away. It is a limited version of the Edge Finder, but it is completely free for you to get access to. You can do that in the link down in the description below. But we also have the Edge Finder Basic and the Edge Finder Pro. The Edge Finder Basic having most features available at a cheaper price point, but the Edge Finder Pro has every single feature that we currently have available in the Edge Finder ready for you to get access to, and you can get either of those at a discount when you use code A1YT at checkout. So you can go on over to the A1 Trading website, a1trading.com, or you can take a look in the links down in the description below. Edge Finder Basic and Edge Finder Pro at a discounted price when you use code A1YT at checkout. But of course, we also have the free version available for you to get access to right away. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and break down this USD CAD strong buy bias. Score of +8, COT data is a score of +2, and retail sentiment is a score of +1. Now, before I get into this data right here, I want to mention USD CAD is coming in at a bit of a caveat, because we did just have new unemployment rate data for the US dollar and the Canadian dollar on Friday. The new unemployment rate release, in fact, we can take a look at those numbers right here. US unemployment 3.6%, Canadian dollar unemployment 5%. These are 2 brand new releases that just happened on Friday. US unemployment actually raised 0.2% from 3.4% up to 3.6%, which caused the dollar to absolutely plummet. Big spike to the downside with that news event and that disappointing unemployment rate release. So dollar not as strong as it was coming off of that news release with that raise in unemployment. But USD CAD still looking like a buy at the moment. However, we will continue to watch what the dollar is doing, because it has certainly lost a little bit of that momentum that it was building over the past couple of weeks. But let's go ahead and get into the numbers. USD COT data, we already went over this, 66.63% long, 33.37% short. Canadian dollar, on the other hand, 71.02% short, 28.98% long. And from the retail standpoint, 92% short, 8% long there from the retail traders. Seasonality is a score of +1, and we can see here in the month of March, historically speaking, over the last 10 years, USD CAD does perform a little bit bullishly in the month of March when we're taking a look over the last 10 years, how it has trended in each of those years. In the month of March, historically speaking, it does perform a little bit bullishly when you average all of that together. Our trend rating is a score of +2. We can see that it has still made some nice moves to the upside, but of course on Friday we did get the unemployment rate release, so we will continue to see how that closes throughout the day. It has dropped a little bit since then, but we will see if it closes in the positive after that unemployment rate release. Lastly, let's finish up with our fundamentals. GDP growth, unemployment, and interest rates, all scores of +1. Inflation is a score of -1, and we can take a look at those numbers right over here. So GDP growth for the US, 2.7% compared to 0% in Canada. Inflation in the US, 6.4% compared to 5.9% in Canada. Our new unemployment rate numbers, 3.6% for the US, still at 5% for Canada. And lastly, interest rates, 4.75% in the US compared to just 4.5% in Canada. So there we go. USD CAD still looking like a strong buy. Let's go ahead and head right into our strong sell. AUD USD strong sell score of -10. COT data is a score of -2, and retail sentiment a score of -1. Now I'm going to skip over some of these US numbers because we literally just went over them, so I'm going to focus on the Australian dollar numbers. but let's go ahead and get right into that over here. So Australian dollar currently favored on the short side from the institutional traders, 65.99% short, 34.01% long. AUD USD from a retail perspective, 81% long, 19% short. So pretty heavily favored on the long side from the day traders. Seasonality is a score of -1. We can see here again, historically speaking, in the month of March, we are looking at AUD USD and how it has trended each of those years in the month of March, and historically speaking it does perform a little bit bearishly in the month of March. Our trend reading is a score of -2, and we've kind of been all over the place but had a huge move to the downside over the last couple of days. It has come up a little bit since then, but price forecast does predict that this pair will continue to move downwards. We'll finish up with fundamentals, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates, all scores of -1. So the US dollar is beating out the Australian dollar in all 4 of these fundamental metrics that we track right here. But let's go over the Australian dollar numbers. So GDP growth for Australia, 0.5%. Inflation on Australia, 7.8%. Unemployment, 3.7%. And lastly, interest rates, 3.6% for Australia. So there we go. USD CAD as well as Aussie USD are strongest buy and strongest sells currently listed in the Edge Finder. Remember, if you have any interest in getting this trading software for yourself, there are so many useful features that help you find better trading opportunities. If you want access to it, you can find them in the links down in the description below. We have the free version as well as the basic and the pro version, and if you want either the basic or pro version, you can get it for a discounted price when you use code A1YT at checkout.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free Edge Finder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.